Hi everybody, welcome to Hart Talks. Well, to be honest with you, I didn't really want to do a video this week. I just couldn't find the inspiration. I couldn't find my usual buzz about doing a video, and I knew why. Obviously, wherever you are in the world, you'll have heard about the terrorist attack that happened last week at London Bridge and Borough Market in London. Now, there has been other terrorist attacks in London. There's been another one in London, and there was one in Manchester a few weeks before. And I haven't mentioned them in Hart Talks because there are a lot of other YouTubers that were talking about the bombs and the stabbings and things like that. So I didn't feel that I was going to go there, not because I wasn't aware of it, but just because I just didn't want to go to that place. But after what happened at London Bridge last week, I think maybe because myself and Jean were actually at the station 20 minutes before everything happened. I was putting Jean on a train after we'd been to the theatre, and that was just 20 minutes. And we walked down those streets and we saw people out enjoying a Saturday night out in the town. And it was just too real. You know, when I got home, by the time I got home, Jean had phoned me and she was like, "That, have you heard?" So it was just so real, and so, you know, there was just no way of escaping it. And then what happened a few days later really cemented the fact that I had to do a video for today, and it had to be on this subject. And that was that I went to like a remembrance type service at Pottersfield Park in London, and it was where our Mayor Sadiq Khan, who identifies as a British Muslim, was talking, and then there was a minute's silence and you could lay flowers and things. And it was hugely emotional, as you can imagine. But the thing was, I was standing next to this girl, and she was Muslim, and she had the hijab on, and she was sobbing. She was just really sobbing. And it really got to me, one, because there was a woman crying. You know, that was my first thought. I was like, you know, going into gallant gentleman mode, you know. But then I looked at her and she said to me, "People like you must hate me." And I said, "What?" And she said, "That's what they want. They want people like you to hate me." And I realised that for her to come along to that rally, that remembrance service, it made me think, God, how brave she was. And I know people have different thoughts and different ideas and different views. But the thing is, I spoke to this girl, her name was Shabana, and I spoke to her for a couple of minutes, and she says, "Stephen, this isn't," she said, "what has happened isn't what Muslims are about." She said, "It might be what ISIS is about." She said, "But it's not what Muslims are about." She says, "It's not what our religion is about." She says, "It's not what we are as a people." And it really broke my heart, you know, because I just thought, that's what they want. They want us to be fighting against each other. You know, so more wars will start off, so they'll have an excuse. She said, and they want to draw a wedge between us. She said, and that's what made me think, you know, there's always people trying to draw wedges between other groups or people. And it made me realise that throughout life there's been that, hasn't there? You know, whether it be, oh, your skin colour's different, or whether it be your religion's different, whatever the fight might be, there's always wedges being built and drawn and wedged between people. And it just really stuck in my head about how difficult and how these things are caused by us, you know, by people, you know, and if we sit and think about it for a while, they don't need to be there. There's always a way of talking about it and trying to get around it and working out something that's better than driving a van into people and stabbing people and blowing bombs up and doing things like that. I had to assure her that I didn't hate her, and that I'm sure that people there didn't hate her. People there were there for one reason, and they were there to remember. They were there to give their support. They were there to show that they cared and that they supported the people that had died and the people that were still in hospital or are still in hospital. And, you know, walking home, it just gave me such a real insight on what her life and what, you know, how brave that was of her. And there's a lot of bad things going on in the world at the moment, and we have to find our happy place. And that might sound a bit weird and a bit geeky, but, you know, we have to find the things that make us happy, that keep our head above water, that stop us from crumbling. And, you know, and we're all allowed to crumble occasionally, but I mean, it's that thing that we do that gets us back up there and lets us know that tomorrow is a new day and that we have to carry on despite the things that might be happening. Now, I'm here making this video, and as always, I'm going to tell you to subscribe, like, share and comment. And your comments are really important to me. Hart Talks is really important to me, and doing these videos has really opened up me creatively and gives me something to look forward to. And I hope that you enjoy them, whether they be hyper, wig, makeup, action, or whether they be one of these videos where it's a lot quieter and a lot laid back. But I hope you enjoy and get something from them each time I do one. So I'm not going to end the video here. I'm going to end the video on an up, because Disney always says end it on an up. So I'm going to end it on an up. But I just want to say that wherever you are in the world and whatever tragedies are going on, and I know that there are terrorist attacks going on all over the world, and so often we don't hear about them, or they're not publicised enough as they should be. And we do become, you know, numb to them sometimes. But I just want to say that I'm thinking about you, and I know by going to that remembrance service the other day, I know that other people are too. And I know that despite what might be thought, there's a lot of people that are supporting Muslims, and there's a lot of people that are supporting people that are different. People of different skin colour, of different sexual orientation, of different religion, whatever it might be that is the thing that is being picked on at that time, there's people out there supporting you. So now for a bit of this.
So a bit of a change from the early part of the video. I said that it was important to do something that made you happy, and for me it's theatre, as you know. So I've treated myself to a ticket to the musical Beautiful. It's the Carole King musical. I don't know a lot about Carole King, but I've heard the musical is really good. So I will give you a report once the show finishes, okay? So I've just finished watching the show Beautiful, the Carole King musical, and there's a lot of crappy things going on in the world at the moment, and musical theatre doesn't solve or help everything that has happened. But if you have something in your life that makes you smile and makes you feel good, then I think it's definitely worth doing it when things are going wrong. And yeah, just trying to separate yourselves from what's going on just for 2.5 hours or something like that. It's good for you. Okay, I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe. There's a lot of you that are watching but aren't subscribing, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well, so that you get to hear about my videos first of all. You'll be first in the queue, okay? I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Take care, look after yourself. I'll see you soon.